A very good morning and welcome to Politics and Business Television here in the nation's capital. This is where politics meets business and, of course, the real issues take center stage. Today, we are going to examine two stories that define the state of the nation. The first one is a statement credited to the former governor of Cross River State, His Excellency Jonah Duke, stating that the Calabar-Lagos Coastal Expressway will not exceed Ekpe, stating that Nigeria has no resources to embark on such project. The second topic is a sad one, a situation right now in Osun State where the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, froze the salary accounts of the Osun State government, and of course, stating so many reasons ranging from fraud and financial misappropriation. This is where politics meets business, of course, and in politics, we all know that politics is all about winning an election, but making life better. My name is Kenneth Chidi, and joining me to examine, of course, discuss these two stories this morning is Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Good morning, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu.
Morning, Mr. CK.
Mr. Ibrahim, why are they freezing the accounts of Osun State? Barely few days to election.
Well, I heard you mention fraud. I heard you mention financial misappropriation. I think they just, initially, they did not even provide any reason for doing so until a few hours, recently, just a few hours ago, where they gave a sweeping, broad statement that they have been investigating the Osun State government over some certain funds. For example, the ecological funds.
Yes, only to about 1 billion.
11
billion, sorry.
Exactly. So even as they mentioned this, they did not mention financial misappropriation. They did not mention fraud. They said, in fact, they wouldn't have even freeze the account until they noticed some unwarranted movement of funds from that account to some suspicious account. But they did not mention, because it's very serious allegation. That's why they are Economic Crime Commission. They know the strength of words. That's why they did not mention any misappropriation and they did not mention any fraud. That is just the simple reason they gave. But analysts are looking at the time frame. Why now?
You're coming back to the same timing I talked about yesterday.
Exactly. No, even when you mentioned time yesterday, I did not go against the importance of timing in taking certain decision or action, particularly regarding politics. I did not even debate with you excessively. We always agree regarding the time frame at which certain action is taking place. You understand?
Yes.
So what concerns Nigeria today, particularly as the EFCC did not get a valid, strong reason, specific reason, they just say they noticed suspicious movement. They should have defined those movements. Where are those money going to? And where are they intended to serve? They did not even mention where they are going. They just say movement, suspicious movement from the account to certain unwarranted movement from the state government salary account to some suspicious account. What are the suspicious?
Okay, the suspicious account we'll get to find out
exactly
as we progress in the morning show. Now, the first statements are credited to former governor of Cross River State,
Mr. Donald Duke.
Jonah Duke. Some call him Fine Boy President.
I just finished telling your younger brother that he used to be the finest guy among our governors way back in the 1999 and 2000 when he was governor. Yes,
he was known for one man who, stirred up the whole atmosphere using what we call the popular Calabar Carnival.
Exactly, the carnival guy. Yeah, so I remember that.
He's
one lively hell of a guy.
Yeah, very lively, full of life.
Full of life.
Now he's coming out to say that the Cross River, the Calabar-Lagos Coastal Road is not realizable. That we don't even have the resources to embark and finish such that it will not exceed Ekpe. Ekpe is still within the region of Lagos State, and that there are other old roads that the government should have dived into, and of course see how they can bring, give it a new face. But this time around, embarking on a new project that is not visible, that is not achievable,
He was considering the trend, the nature of particularly the nature of those Bayelsa area, because they have to also, the road has to pass through Bayelsa, particularly Yenagua, which is described as a very, very swampy area. I think at a point he was even saying that for you to be able to do that, you need to at least construct between 150 to 200 bridges. And you know the cost of even a single bridge. But I think he called it actually a misplaced priority. And then he was even thinking that Nigeria does not have the capacity to fund it to do that. But he forgot. He forgot something.
What's that?
Exactly. This pivot administration went all the way, I think, to IMF or something to borrow money specifically for that purpose. I think it is about 140 something billion. Yes, I think I got the figure right. So there was money already for that purpose, strictly, purposely taken for that purpose. So it's not an issue of whether we have the resources or not. Because the idea, the money that was brought in for that particular project is actually one of the borrowing plans of the federal government, of this administration. So the money is already here.
So you are saying that it is achievable?
I am not saying, I said, having come from that
because
region,
we have borrowed money to
exactly, yes, having come from that region, he know the environmental structure of that place. He knew, particularly, he even mentioned that you have to at least create nothing between 150 to 200 bridges along this coastal highway. And you know that the cost of a single bridge is a very huge.
Well, over 500 million.
Exactly. So if you need to construct at least 200 of such bridges, then if you add to that the cost of the road infrastructural development, you understand that even the monies that was taken, that was actually borrowed for that purpose, cannot even complete the project.
So in a way, he may be right.
He may be right. The money, he said we do not have the money. The money is there already. Do you understand?
Okay.
But actually,
when we get to that stage of the money show, we look at it holistically and find out why he made that comment, because the statistics before us and information before
that's why I was trying to be very economically with my words, because you wanted me to bring everything out even at the introductory stages of the discussion.
I would rather want to save the best for the last.
Exactly.
Now, newspaper review this morning. What are your expectations? What are your concerns? What do you think Nigerians should be expecting to see that we, occupy the headlines this morning?
Like I always say, it's good to commend government when you see something positive happening. I expect to see people coming to say thank you to Mr. President for at least increasing the salary of our military men. And then I want to say thank you for the efforts currently being done towards curbing insecurity, because to be fair, you can see that there's quite a reduction in the number of abductions and attacks in our communities as compared to the past few months. You understand? It is still taking, even yesterday it had happened, yes.
In Sokoto.
In Sokoto, it happened, I know, but
previously, dead.
Exactly. Previously, you will hear 300, 400, and it will happen in at least 4, 5, 6 places. Do you understand? But thank God today.
But there are those who will say it as a result of the issue that's been underreported. There are those who will come out and say, well,
then why is it underreported? If it is underreported, then it's not the fault of the government. It's the fault of the media now. If it is underreported, it's the fault of the media. The media should have been doing their work, going through nooks and crannies to find out whether or not this abduction have taken place. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can only report, we can only discuss on what we see happening in the papers or even the social media. Even in the social media, where government has no control, complete control over, these things are not they are not happening rampant as concurrently as
they are not gazetted.
Exactly. So because we don't see much of it happening in our social media handles, and we don't see much of it being reported in the national dailies and the conventional media
and the mainstream media.
The mainstream media. So at least this is an indication that the thing is actually reducing. Whether it is through the effort of the government or through other
self-help,
it is still positive. It is still positive, but I believe government has a hand in that. So we want to commend the government.
These are so many concerns we will be looking at as we progress in the morning show.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be going on a short break, and when we return, We'll go straight to the newspaper review. This is Politics and Business Television. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time. Welcome back to PNB Television here in the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Kenneth Chidi, and taking us through the newspaper review this morning with me is Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu, one more time, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. CK.
All right, we're going to see. Let's have the first newspaper, please. The Guardian. Mr. Ibrahim, The Guardian is the first newspaper to greet us this morning.
Osun 2026. Adeleke, APC, Bika over fraud, vote buying, plot, and intimidation.
Now, so these are issues generating the problems.
And some people are even trying to attach the freezing of the account to this Guber election. Exactly.
Well, it is expected.
Particularly when you superimpose the time frame at which the freezing is taking place. But I wonder why salary account? Said government have various accounts. Why is it taking place on the salary account? Is it an attempt to punish workers or to bend their hands?
Undermine the performance of the governor.
Exactly.
Probably make the workers begin to have some kind of mixed feelings about the governor.
That's right.
Osun
is one of the
strongest civil service. In my own take about this issue is that it is callous, it is unnecessary, it is not democratic at all. What I do with salary account? Why are you freezing it at this point? That you didn't freeze it all this while, just days before election.
Just to anger civil servants now, to create rift between.
Sometimes some of these behaviors people don't understand. Do they think we are stupid?
No, remember they said everything and anything is fair in politics.
Everything is fair in politics.
Exactly.
Okay.
If it can at least lead to success at the polls.
It's a shameful thing.
Yes.
It is shameful, to say the least.
So federal government seeks renewed pact.
Is it that we cannot have a free and seamless election? Why must we be looking for one thing or the other if it is not caught rulings?
We are living in very interesting times. Our political outlook is completely changing. It's taking a new dimension. And one thing with Nigeria is that whatever new thing comes, it will always stay. So the next set of politicians will also adopt the same pattern of this new politicking. And this is very, 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 very sad. While people are progressing and developing in their politics, we are degrading.
Honestly.
To the bottomless pit, honestly speaking. Because our politics is becoming more and more dirtier, more and more clumsy, more and more dirty, honestly speaking.
Okay.
Tinubu louds rescue of 308 kidnapped victims and seeks enhanced security. Federal government seeks renewed pact with faith leaders as Obi Konkoso back on Onayeka. So federal government is coming to realize that half of the country are in support of Onayeka and the Catholic bishops. So they are now seeking
even more than half.
Even more than half.
Wait, what?
That's interesting.
I don't know how they will do that damage control.
Well, at least it's good that they are now taking the initiative to do so.
Because the damage has gone far. Nigerians
they didn't waste time in doing that.
Well, of course, they understand.
Because election is around the corner.
Well, let everybody understand this politics.
Exactly. And the Catholic
when the spokespersons were attacking the bishop, exactly. They never knew the
come and apologize.
Can you imagine?
That particular part actually angered me.
I wish I can meet Boala. Let me ask him from few questions.
A small picking, asking his grandfather to
honestly
apologize.
I wish I can meet him to ask him more questions. All right, Tinubu, loud, okay.
Yes.
Let's say 4 oil firms grow profit by 185%
in HI
as revenue hits 5 trillion. Reps to sanction NILDSDG for alleged participation in APC primary. Showore group protests in Abuja, Lagos against hardship insecurity. Well, and again we have Dangote refining cuts petrol ex-depot price by 15 naira, diesel by 18 naira.
We still don't feel direct impact of all these stories.
Honestly. Federal government orders measures to protect health workers nationwide. These statements, I don't like to hear them.
Orders measures to protect health workers nationwide. Yeah, but if they are true, these are the kind of initiative you want to see in government. These are the kind of thing that shows professionalism, that will actually convince our professionals to remain at home. But sometimes you see beautiful words, but implementation now.
The problem I have with those words are there are a lot of underlining ambiguity in it. When you say orders measures,
directives have been given, but you have to provide the resources to ensure that it's been implemented. You understand what I'm saying?
The armed forces.
Action speaks louder than words.
The armed forces was implemented at once and even given a date.
September
1st.
Well, let's see the September. Even that, let's see.
That is how. That is the same situation.
We have relations. We'll ask them. September 30th. We'll ask them. Honestly speaking.
September 1st.
In my house alone, I think I have about 6 or 7 soldiers. So let September 30th come.
No, September 1st.
Each and every one of them.
September 1st.
The effective date. Then by September 30th, they will see the alert at the end of the month. Is that not so?
Well,
yes, now.
But there are those who say the Falcons have not even received the $100,000 reward promises.
Forget about Falcons now. Let's talk about.
No, I'm trying to tell you those that have been promised long time. There are those who say, what's going on?
See, let me tell you, Falcons will not affect any election result. Do you understand?
Okay. What have some of them have PVCs?
Falcons have no political influence. The military boys do, one way or the other. You understand? So if statement is made there and another statement is made there, do you know which statement will carry more weight? I'm confident that one of September 1st must come to pass. I'm not joking.
Like you said, you have family members that will bring you up to speed.
In fact, I will tax all of them. At least 10%. They are receiving, some of them are receiving 50%. Some of them are receiving
80%.
Some are receiving 80%. Some are receiving 50%. The ones that are receiving 80%, I know the percentage I will give them. The ones that are receiving 50%, I know the demand based on the thing.
Next user of our place, Mr. Ripe, you are cracking me up this morning.
Tribune.
Anger as Efcc freezes Osun government account.
Yes, please, let's see read the riders.
This is power abuse taken too far.
Imole campaign.
Council, action.
Action unlawful, politically motivated, says Accord Party. Accord what? Excuse me?
Yes.
Said Accord National Chairman. This is power abuse taken too far. Imole campaign council. It is political terrorism. ADC state government goes to court. You see? And I believe Osun is not even ADC, right?
No, it's a call.
Okay, so ADC and the state government are going to court in that respect. Why account was frozen? EFCC says 15,000 police officers deployed.
Just for one election.
All is fair.
In politics.
In politics. I'm not saying so. I'm just putting it under quotation mark. Federal government to pay outstanding wages award to public servants before mid-August.
Okay.
Outstanding Wages Award.
Makinde Obi blame Nigerians' woes,
on poor leadership.
leadership. Oyebanji awards Spelling Bee World Champion full scholarship.
Wow. Nigerians are making waves across the world.
Okay.
Every week you must see somebody excelling somewhere in the world. The Nigerians
look at a report under health. Malaria still affecting newborns in
Nigeria, says study.
Other countries are already done and dusted with malaria.
They forgot.
We are here.
There are countries where you go and say malaria, you don't even know it.
At all.
Malaria, cholera, measles, all these things. We are still battling with them.
Even
because the priorities of our government is in building mansions. Be a minister, be a governor, be a DG, then you'll be having mansions while your people are dying of malaria and measles. National
challenges, federal government to forge stronger partnership with Catholic bishops, other stakeholders. Akume.
You must respect Onaikan. You must respect Onaikan particularly. Among our clergy in Nigeria, when I say clergy, I mean clergy generally. Honestly speaking,
I agree with you.
Special respect for that particular personality.
I agree with you.
Honestly speaking.
I agree with you. Totally. Completely. Let's go. Next newspaper. Blueprint, how 308 quarter Niger adoptees regained
their freedom.
Mr. Ibrahim.
They are putting effort.
You
remember, Senate President said, after election, everything will be okay. So that did not mean that it is only after the election. You understand? Things will begin to change gradually as we approach closer to the election. And by the time the election is done and dusted with, everything will be cool. So that is why we are seeing all special.
We have that of Kwara rescued. We have that of Oyo rescued.
So remember,
we are waiting for those ones.
There are some in Maiduguri. There are some in Zamfara.
The adoption is even older than these ones.
Yes. So let's strike the deal and see the ones in Maiduguri, Borno are sealed, and then the ones in the.
Okay.
So now security personnel urges early warning and mechanism. Army places 60 million naira bounty on ISWAP leaders. Community policing key to tackling nation's insecurity. Well, thank you. This is a step in the right direction. We have always known that we have the capacity to do it. We have always known that it is lack of political will on the part of our leader that is responsible for not being able to curtail all this nonsense. That's the exact word for it. Because it's nonsense. Honestly speaking, we have the capacity. We know it as Nigerians that we do. Yes. But people do not want to live to the expectation of the people. Leaders do not want to live to the expectation of their people. Thank God that now they are beginning to do it. Maybe because we are closely approaching 2027, and they need us to be remembering these good things done.
All right, we still have the 15,000 police personnel deployed for Osun government. Osun, August 15th, governorship.
A delegate takes the Efcc to court over frozen accounts. But by doing this, is the Efcc punishing civil servant or is punishing the Osun governor? I believe there are other accounts, and there are monies in those other state government accounts. This particular account is an account that is essentially used for payment of salaries for civil servants. Why froze that account? Give us fact as to where those money, those are unwanted movement that you noticed. Where are they exactly going?
And why now?
Where are they exactly going to? And why now?
Now we read through and we saw ecological funds and we are seeing salaries.
So as an analyst, my only conclusion will be to create rifts.
Yes.
Between the civil servant who constitute a very large part of the electorate as well, because Osun is one among many civil service states.
Yes.
Do you understand? So predominantly. So do you understand? So if you create rift between those civil servants and the state government, there must be a political implication for that.
And reasons.
Particularly as the gubernatorial election is going to be taking place. Very, very, very.
That is a
soon.
concern barely fortnight before the election.
Even if that's not the intention, many will interpret it to be the intention.
What are the intention?
Particularly because he did not tell us. Yeah, okay, you saw unwarranted. You noticed unwarranted movement of monies.
What are they?
Define
exactly what I was about to say.
Where are they going to? Because I read the statement from the Efcc. I was just waiting to see, okay, movement to where? If you can understand that it definitely moved from point A to point B. You understand? And they have been investigating just as recently as March. Why will it take you up to this very moment from March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months, half a year for you to take action about abnormality you have already noticed? Half a year to take action. That is where the time factor comes into play. Why now? Why wait till it is almost election time?
Barely 2 weeks.
And why didn't you even give explanation until today? You are having a series of meeting. What are you going to tell them? What are you going to do? What statement will we give so that it will sound at least a little bit credible, but it's not yet credible. Destination, a movement must be from point A to B. We agree you saw unwarranted movement. From A, we know the A, from the bank accounts. Salary, state government salary account. To where? Point B. Then where is the point B?
These are concerns.
These are concerns. So for somebody like me and for millions of Nigerians like me, will just say this is politically motivated.
And witch hunting.
It's another term for it. Exactly. It's to create rift between the civil servant and the state government. And you know, civil servant, if you want to see the anger of a civil servant, hold back his salary. You understand? I was a civil servant at one time, so I know the implications of all these things.
All right, next newspaper, please. Vanguard.
Outrage greets EFCC's freezing of Osun government's account.
Of course, it's expected.
Why we froze account, EFCC? Please zoom the riders below. EFCC, a delegate to challenge action in court. Anti-graft agency lacks power to freeze account. Osun AG. It is an attempt to aid APC, a court party says. This is political terrorism, ADC says. Lawyers like EFCC call for adherence to due process. Yes, I agree. Yes, the due process is not being implemented here. Yes, because you have to tell us every reason why you did that. Then there has to be some letters and correspondence between the government and the EFCC. You have to request them to come and make explanation. Do you understand? You observed something 6 months ago. You have taken no action. You have not informed the government. You just froze the account. So that is why Nigerians are saying, sorry to say it, many Nigerians are of the opinion, allegedly of the opinion, that government is using government agencies to influence certain political moves. Because even a blind man can see there's an external hand somewhere directing how event unfolds.
But you know, this is rather too sad and of course extreme.
It's extreme.
Extreme in the sense that one is beginning to understand, try to
EFCC always
route my mind towards the rationale behind actions like this.
Yes, we never had them write letters to the Osun State government.
This is an abuse on our sensibility. It's an abuse on our minds as journalists, because
not as journalists, as Nigerians.
As Nigerians, yes. Thanks for that correction. It's an abuse. Can we take the paper, please? I don't want to comment more because I'm already getting angry. I don't know why things like we cannot have a very smooth electioneering process in Nigeria.
Federal government deepened consultations with Catholic bishops. I thought they will wait till after the election.
You are deepening consultations and you are freezing accounts, allegedly freezing accounts of another state.
Federal government deepens consultation with
Catholic bishops. I don't understand what I call the abracadabra that is going on.
As Obi Konkoso and even
you are freezing.
Defend
EFCC is freezing the account of Osun State, and you are trying to reach out a hand of reconciliation too.
There are two different things exactly.
But you know, if you are suing for peace, let it be at cross board. You cannot be coming. No, look at right now. What I expect.
These two are related.
Well, let me tell you how they are related.
Okay.
They have one political party. Who told you that an icon is not reading the same newspaper that you are reading? If you are on icon now and somebody is coming to tell you, sorry, sir, and won't you ask, why is Efcc freezing the account of Osun State before elections? You think he doesn't have concerns like you? If I were to be on icon, I will ask you why. Why now? Allow everybody to just be.
Dangote refinery draws PMS to 1,165 per liter, diesel to 1,570 per liter. Strange. You know, I used to.
But we bought for this one 1.3.
I used to run a filling station, and I knew it has always been the price of PMS is always higher than diesel and DPK. DPK means dual purpose kerosene. AGO means automotive gas oil. PMS means premium motive sulfur. So the PMS is always higher than the diesel. But look, in the last 20 years now, diesel is always higher up in price.
Even kerosene?
Than petrol. Even kerosene higher than petrol.
And diesel.
Wow.
MTN hits 3 trillion revenue. Okay, even with the xenophobia. We invest 1.6 trillion in net worth. Okay, your Rainbow Coalition will be tested in 2027. Go tells Wiki. Rainbow Coalition. When we rainbow coats of many colors.
There are those who say, the coalition, there are PDP people, there are APC people, there are DGK people. So everybody is just as so far as they are with Wiki. You are all joined together to form one solid something. I don't even know what to call it.
It will be tested.
WAEC releases 2026 results as 1.2 million candidates pass English and maths. Corruption claims police accountability inside VDM AIG Jimo saga. Corruption claims police accountability inside VDM AIG Jimo saga.
Okay.
Next, please.
The Punch. NBA faults EFCC as Osun account freeze Parks row. Of course.
Nigerian Bar Association. They violated every principle of transparency, every principles of the due process. They just have to muscle a state government to do the bidding of somebody else.
Now look at this. The fake agency is still up. Fake agency probe. Adeyemi rejects closed door bribes.
Thank you very much.
Please.
Come to the public and discuss because you embarrassed me publicly.
What
he's telling me.
Why are they doing closed door?
Now
release him to talk. You don't want to release him.
So at least
now you want to do it. Now. Closed door. Oga, sure you said my agency is fake. And at some point, show a lot of people were distancing themselves from it. Today, we are seeing the monkey hand in different soup, allegedly. Why are you trying to squeeze him at closed door? Bring him in the open glare. Let's see. EFCC.
Let me ask a question.
It's time for EFCC to come into this matter now. Yes, now. What are we waiting for?
EFCC.
Even ICPC to come in. Let's look at it.
Are the EFCC doing your work?
Huh?
Are you the one that employed the EFCC?
They're in Osun freezing their salary account.
Are you the one to send them to the Osun?
I'm not aware.
Do you have any power to say EFCC anywhere? Are they doing your work? Why asking them to go to come into the matter? When the right people that need to ask them to do it, they do it, they will go now.
Okay.
You don't have any strength, any power to send them to go anywhere, I beg. Stay where your power is. WAEC result revealed 38.5% failed 5 key subjects. That is 38.5 is huge actually. And these ones are failing 5 key subjects.
The Maths, English.
And then any other three combination courses are subjects.
Boss preachy ban threatens religious freedom. PFN. All right. And Tinubu hails military as 308 Kwara. Nigeria is rescued.
What's your opinion about that boss preaching something?
For me, I don't buy into it.
Exactly.
I don't buy into it.
In a bus, there are different group of people, and some people may find it offensive and incursion into their fundamental human.
Although there are those who say it also cuts across, because at some point when this issue was brought up, I also narrated my own experience traveling to Zamfara, where the driver just parked us on the road and laid his mat and started praying without even permission.
Praying is different from preaching.
No, stopped us on the road. And for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
If I had time,
praying is completely different from preaching.
That's what I'm telling you now. It all, these things manifest. That's why it's a very sensitive.
And let me tell you something. Out of every 10 drivers, only maybe 2 or 3 can stop to pray. Do you know why?
No.
Because if you understand the rule very well, it's very flexible once you are in a journey. You are allowed to. Maybe if I was traveling from Maiduguri to Abuja, anytime we stop to maybe buy fuel, I can decide to do 2 of my prayers at the same time. And instead of doing them 4 unit prayer, I will just do 2 and then move, so that I will not stop again.
Okay.
And every driver is expected to understand this. Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh, that is for me. I don't like dabbling into religious issues.
This is not even the first time this issue came up. I think a few years down.
It has been banned since 2007 by the Road Safety Act.
That is it.
So
because this thing has been.
The reason why I have issues with preaching in the bus,
yes,
is because most of the preachers have merchandise.
It also creates.
They turn it into business.
That is it, and it creates problem.
The merchandising aspect of it is what I don't like. When you are done, you start collecting offering. I don't buy into that. Next newspaper, please. Oh.
How many papers did we analyze today? 6. Narrow escape. Falcon survived Feroz scare. Set up Cameroon clash. I enjoyed that match yesterday. I think it's 6-2, right? Yes. 6-2. 3 penalties and 3 pitch effort, right?
So we had 3 penalties.
Yeah, we had 3 penalties and we converted all. And then 3 pitch effort also.
Well, the Pharaohs came out all out, probably in a bid to stop.
And you will be surprised. The energy with which our girls were playing yesterday was not even convincing for me to feel that we are going to really win the match. Honestly speaking, I didn't see the kind of energy I expected to see that yesterday. That speed, that excitement. You understand? There's a pattern they used to play. There are certain things they do to weaken their.
Could it be linked to the 100,000?
I think that is it. I didn't even think
we saw exactly.
I think it has to do
dampen
with that.
The morals of the girls.
It has to do with that, honestly speaking, because their morale was dampened. Honestly speaking, I told you some time ago that I prefer to see the girls play, the Falcons play better than the Eagles. Remember?
Yes.
That is because there is certain excitement I see in them whenever they are playing. But that excitement, that energy wasn't there yesterday. Despite that, they were able to score 6 goals, and that's quite commendable.
It's okay.
So congratulations.
We are true to.
Yes, and I like the leadership of this girl. Is it Ajibaje or something? She's all over the place. She's encouraging the guys because she noticed that they were not actually too excited about the whole thing, but she was encouraging them from every angle. The match was really interesting.
All right, Iniesta urges Barcelona to sign Osimhen, and Hamburg targets.
I thought they said the deal is off. Why did I read that?
Well, we can see that probably it's resurfacing now. And Osimhen will do well in Barcelona, in Nou Camp. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah. I prefer him to be in Barcelona than actually any other place. I wouldn't want him to go to England.
Okay. Well, Oshima is one striker that is clinical, in front of goal.
Exactly. He can perform anywhere.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean.
With the likes of Yamal, Omo,
and
of course, the rest of them, to feed him with the balls. I can see that. I see him performing very well.
Yeah.
I see him perform very well. All right. Mr. Brian, so much to talk about on the newspaper review this morning. And if I may ask you, as usual, which of the newspaper headlines did you find interesting? The
one I find interesting, I didn't actually anticipate the federal government to come out clean of their saga with Bishop Onayekang. So I'm happy that they are coming to realize their mistake. And I hope they have already called that boy to caution that, look, even we cannot talk to that man like that. I don't even know why I actually took that thing personal, honestly. I don't like to see a young man disrespecting an elder, even if that elderly is not actually a clergy. The fact that he's elder, an octogenarian, and the fact that he's a clergy, and not even an ordinary clergy, a clergy that every Nigerian, irrespective of religion, come to respect.
The world in general.
Come to respect. Honestly, is the highest level of disrespect. Honestly speaking. And I'm happy that they are coming to look at it from another perspective, from another angle. If you remember yesterday...
Do they have a choice?
Yeah, they do.
No, let me tell you something.
No, they do. You don't understand.
There are those who tell you the backlash. No, look at the backlash.
See, power. You have to be there to understand how power works. Honestly speaking, you need to be there to understand how power works.
And you use power to abuse your elders?
No, I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the presidency by themselves. This settlement is not the handiwork of the earth now. It's the handiwork of the president and his mature team together. The earth has messed up already. He was responsible for tarnishing the image of the presidency, actually. Because they have seen that the whole country is against them now. So they have to now take certain steps to control damage. Exactly.
Do you see it working now?
Yeah, at least somebody like me is saying, yes, it's a step in that direction. So it's working. It's working. Somebody like me actually I didn't expect them.
Have you seen any apology from Bola?
We may likely see.
And if you don't see what happens, because you insist, there must be an apology.
Exactly. If he does that, I'll be happy.
If he doesn't?
He will lose respect in the eyes of so many Nigerians. In fact, he has already lost respect during that interview. He continuously damaged himself. I think that guy should be stopped from making statements. Honestly speaking, if I am the president, I'll just resign him to office work. I will never allow him to come out and speak publicly on behalf of my policies, on behalf of personality.
So he should be fired?
No, I say restrict him to office activities.
Okay.
I'm not an evil person. Let him chop. You understand?
Chop what? What do you mean by chop?
Food. I mean, food.
Chop?
Yes, now. Let him chop.
I don't know.
But
are you in government office to chop? I thought you were there to serve.
Are you a slave? If you are, won't you be paid?
Okay. Oh, you mean paid? Okay. I know for those.
You are always. I don't know why you always try to provoke me to say certain things. You will not be successful.
I just want clearer explanation, Mr. Frank.
It is very clear.
When you say
you are
chop,
asking whether should he be fired? I said no, he shouldn't be fired. He should be restricted to office work, administrative work. He shouldn't be allowed to come and
you mentioned chop, and I'm trying to say which of the chop is it? Now you have clarified that it's salaries. I think we'll rest that.
He's not an agent. Only agents that don't eat. As far as a human being, he has to chop.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Brian. Thank you. We'll be going on a short break, and of course, when we return, we'll go straight to the first topic of the morning show. Stay tuned, right back after this time out. All right, welcome back to the Politics and Business Television here in the nation's capital, Abuja. Joining me in the studio this morning to take us through the first topic, which is a very, very recent and, of course, worrisome situation in Osun State, where salary accounts of the Osun State government was frozen by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, citing various kinds of financial misappropriation and fraud. I have with me in the studio Madam Mikiata. Madam Mikiata, good morning.
Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Morning, sirs.
And of course, Mr.
Morning,
Brian
Miki.
Shaibu.
Thank you, Mr. CK.
Yes, so salary account. Osun State people will not receive salary before the election. Nearly less than 2 weeks. Why? What has a salary account got to do with the elections?
You know, a situation whereby a government is in power, you are the ruling party, right? At the presidency. All other parties then are, should I call them opposition parties. So in actual fact, you should be treating them tenderly, knowing that if you cough in their direction, So in this particular case now, this is way beyond the handshake, going beyond the sleeve, as they say. Women, any handshake that a man gives you beyond the sleeve.
Is that becoming more like a wrestling?
Thank you. So now, we have election coming up on the 15th of August. Then on the 10th, on the 5th, 10 days to the election, you now say that, oh, you're freezing everybody's account on grounds of corruption. Is it the last junior clerk that committed the corruption? Was it the level 12 officer? How could you come up with such a blanket, blanket freeze? And reading through the EFCC statement, they say that there are problems with ecological funds. Okay, what concerns ecological funds with the local government area? Or what concerns local ecological funds
with salary accounts?
With the Ministry of Health? You give people cause to now mention that these are political witch hunting. Adeleke said now he's really being persecuted. When you do a thing like this, what do you expect? And then they said the investigation, they are not read. I wish you would read the EFCC statement.
I'm going to read that, but
okay,
before we go there, is it going to attract some form of sympathy vote for Adeleke?
It will attract sympathy vote for Adeleke. It will attract sympathy from other Nigerians in other states. But what's going to happen on election day? Already 20 members of Accord Party have been arrested. As it's only the Accord Party people that are bad people in Osun State. The whole Osun State, there's no other bad person but the person in Accord Party.
Could it be seen as an abuse of power or something? According to Adeleke, he said this is one alleged abuse of power.
By the time things like this happen, what do you expect anyone to say in that position? One has to be very careful. There's their actions and their repercussions of these actions.
All right, Mr. Brian, before we read, let me hear your thoughts on that.
Well, you see, what they say, the FCC said they have been investigating the Osun State government since March 2026.
That is March.
That is half a year.
April,
May, June, July, August. 6 months. It took you 6 months. You did not write letters and tell them you are suspicious. You understand? You did not call them to order.
This is 5 months.
This is 5 months. You did not call them to order.
Who have gone out and then, since 2023, you have not done
without
anything.
Communicating to them. I think this is even illegal. Yes, because there was no communication. You just froze the account.
No feedback.
On what ground? No feedback. Do you understand? And many Nigerians are interpreting this to mean maybe to instigate. Osun is another civil service state.
Largely
a civil service state. And now you decide, people are interpreting it to mean maybe to create some kind of friction between the civil servants who constitute a large percentage of the electorate with the government. And I was once a civil servant. I know what holding my salary can do to me. Even if I'm loyal to your government, I'll begin to say this government now is wicked and this and that. Do you understand? It's trying to create bad breath between the government and the civil servant. That's the interpretation many Nigerians are ascribing to this setup. Why will EFCC decide to freeze an account? They have been investigating that account according to them in court for 6 months.
5 months.
5 months. March. Look, is this not 6? March, April, May, June, July. We are now in August.
You cannot add March. If you started in March, we're going to
Okay.
start from.
Okay, 5 months. 5 months is enough for you to call them to order. Invite them for discussion. Have they invited the Accountant General for discussion? Have they write any letter to that effect? All they said was that they noticed some unwarranted movement of funds, particularly as regard the ecological fund. And I know as a civil servant, government have different accounts.
Yes.
This particularly is a salary account. There is account meant for the FAC allocation. Do you understand? And ecological funds are not actually deposited in account that is meant for salaries of civil servants. Why are you freezing? Why will you just...
So why the salary account?
That is the question I'm trying to ask. So there is more than meets the eye.
You saw movement in the ecological fund.
Yes.
You went and froze all these other ones.
Salary account. For what purpose?
What movement are we talking
10
about?
days to the election.
What are the movements?
When you said it moved, did you say that it's missing? Movement
Exactly.
and missing are two different things.
It
You
moves
know,
from point A to B.
EFCC. Now,
mean money
listen,
moved?
EFCC.
I'm trying to
They
find out.
same you. Look at the
What moved,
Accountant
actually?
General, Auditor General. You have not. What about this presidential foreign this thing? Have you frozen that one and called them?
No, I need to understand something. What actually moved?
Money
The ecological fund moved
from point A to
to
B.
point B.
But they did not define the point B.
Right.
Where did it
And
move?
neither did they say the money is missing.
They did
And then you now froze this account. Why not freeze the account at B? B where the money landed. Freeze B. Oh, come on
Nikki,
now.
they cannot freeze that account because they themselves in their statement they did not mention the point B. Where the money
That's the
moved.
destination of the money.
They did not mention.
Okay.
And then again, they also went out to say that they are non-partisan, they are non-sectarian. But then I want to remind them that there is still that cost of 4.1 trillion unremitted revenue funds still from the federal government. Some are even saying 80 trillion. Have they also been monitoring that? You understand what I'm saying? You remember?
Of course.
So if you are saying you are acting is to protect public funds in the interest of Nigerians, do you understand?
Yeah.
And you said you are also putting eyes, you are also noticing movement of funds across the other state government, right? What about the federal government? Define that unremitted 80 trillion naira for us. That's more important than for one state. You understand? So when the agencies make statements like that, they should think that Nigerians also think every statement is subject to scrutinization. People will scrutinize. People will ask questions out of whatever statement you make. So for many Nigerians, this is politically motivated.
Okay, I think I would like to read out what the EFCC said, and of course, and why they froze the account, the salary account of Osun State, so that Nigerians can understand what is going on. This is EFCC. I don't want to read. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has reportedly placed a restriction on an Osun State government account, domiciled with First Bank, less than 2 weeks before the state's governorship election. Mark that word, 2 weeks. According to documents obtained by Vanguard, the affected account reportedly used for the payment of workers' salaries has been placed on a post-no-debit restriction by the Anti-Graft Agency. Post-no-debit means you cannot withdraw.
For 10 days.
Yes.
10 days before the election.
You cannot withdraw.
So that the civil servant would get angry.
When you put the instrument behind counter, it will bounce back. The development comes days after Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke alleged that the EFCC was planning to freeze state accounts as well as those of 2 government officials ahead of the August 15 governorship election. Reacting to the reported action, the state's Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolakbo Alimi, described it as an attempt to, cripple government operations in the run-up to the elections. Governor Adeleke maintained that there were no legal basis for freezing the state's account, arguing that the EFCC lacks the statutory authority to impose such restrictions on a state government bank account. A source close to the administration who spoke on condition of anonymity confirmed that the account had already been restricted. I can confirm that the state government account has been frozen by the EFCC. It is no longer an allegation. The governor will address the press shortly to update the public on the situation, the source said. As of the time of filing this report, the EFCC had not issued an official statement on the reported development, while the reason for the account restriction remain unclear. Mr. Ibrahim, action without explanation.
Exactly.
Madam Miki,
Yes.
could it not be, this could be seen as one of those tyrannical behaviors we see in power play, and we're in democracy. So what's going on? Don't you see that these actions negate the whole essence of democracy? Why would people not earn their salary? Are they the one that committed the fraud?
Has fraud has been established?
No statement for now.
Yes,
Unclear.
there's no. Why EFCC froze Osun State government account? The commission has been busy investigating the Osun State government since March 2026 regarding alleged fraudulent handling of ecology funds, intervention funds, and FAC accounts to the tune of 11 million naira. 11 billion naira, sorry. And to this end, some officials of state government, especially the accountant general, have had interview sessions with the EFCC. Now, what that means is that whenever Governor Demola Adeleke blows, raises an alarm, that means we're all going to have to sit up and take him really serious. Because when she shouted about this a couple of, was it not last week?
A few days before
he said that, this is what and what the EFCC is planning to do, and we thought, how can, it was like,
So it was more or less like a prophecy coming true.
That means he had the information. He had the right information. And when he blew it out, we all took it as if,
could this be possible?
Look at it today. And now, freezing salary accounts, what could be more, should I say, more off the tangent? And if you say you're investigating them because of this, then all you would have done is then to invite, like you said, the accountant general and the auditor. Don't forget, this same Osun has been under prosecution immediately the campaign period started.
Exactly. Right at that time.
Now, what we want to now add is the word political, because there has been prosecution all this while. The election has not started. 5 people have died in election skirmishes. 5. How many more are going to lose their lives? The election had not started. Wasn't it the head of service or the accountant general whose house was raided? And then all the people who were claimed to be involved in that were all driven by road all the way from there to Abuja and arrested without being taken charged to court. Doesn't that smell of persecution? What actions are taken like this? What exactly would be the interpretation? You stormed into ICPC, you stormed into Osun State, picked up a crowd of people, put them in a car, drove them to Abuja, got them arrested in an Abuja correctional centers. They said don't call them prison, and have not charged them to court as we speak.
Exactly.
So what did they do? Then the main person whose house when you said that you found a sum of money, which was not, I think, not up to 10 million naira.
10 million
in today's economy, is that not going to be what is going to fuel his little convoy? And you say, oh, you see, all this money, we picked it up for. How can you just come into a place and then make an allegation?
Whereas we have
the money.
We have some top government function officers and officials, their names everywhere, on issues bordering on financial fraud, and they are in government allegedly. And if you are going there to, I try to understand what is actually going on, but it is what it is, and there are those who will come out to say that this is nothing but a political witch hunting. I must say, because, and of course, an abuse of power. Now, let's look at this. While Osun State is the ancestral home of the president, could it be that the president wants to make a statement that, oh, I cannot be controlling other states and my state is not under my control?
For me, it's just it's another interpretation of the statement that says everything is fair in politics. Because I think the ruling party will have to make sure, through whatever means, particularly every northwestern, southwestern state is they have succeeded in winning that election in those states. Because I just still have the feeling that it is pretty politically motivated. Osun is a public service state, so there is quite a number of elected that are politicians, that are
civil servants, public servants.
Exactly. So they have to be bamboozled, they have to be muscled, they have to create some kind of friction between the civil servants and the state, because salary is something too personal to a civil servant.
You mean artificial enmity?
Exactly. To make them feel bad about the government. Because I see no reason why you see movement in intervention fund account, you are now freezing salary account. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. This is salary account. This is every state government has this special account essentially for the payment of salaries. In fact, that's why they themselves describe the account salary payment account. Osun says salary account. Why freeze that account? Why can't you freeze the ecological fund and the federal government allocation account, the Efcc account? Why did you freeze the salary account?
Okay, the governor is coming out to say that the EFCC has no statutory right to do so. Do you agree with him?
No, if they have followed the due process of freezing account, of course they have. It's among their mandates.
And
But I think they quoted all those due process steps.
And the Nigerian bar system is also lending in voice.
Exactly. Yes, they did. Yes, they boycotted every step that requires them to follow. They just noticed unwarranted movement and boom, they just close their account because they.
You see, part of the thing they said in the reason is equally, they said it's equally needful to state that the commission is keeping watch over the finances of other states like Osun State. Many of these states are on the investigation radar. Haven't you shot yourself in the foot?
Others said like Osun State.
Why haven't you
opposition parties
frozen the civil service account of these other states that because you said oh, she's under investigation, they're not under prosecution now. You have not found them guilty. Then you froze. Based on this your statement, I mean, how come you haven't frozen the others whose election is not coming up in 10 days?
The other state like Osun means one state that are having very soon we're having gubernatorial election away from the general ones, and secondly, state like Osun that have opposition party ruling into. Yeah, because they said states like Osun. They said states like Osun. They didn't say other states and leave it at that. Do you understand? If they say,
but we saw the elections in the Ekiti state.
Please read this paragraph. Read it out so that you will
other states like
this paragraph. Read it.
Just said we are
read it. No, read it out.
The commission has always pointed out that it is non-partisan and non-sectarian, but always working in the overall interest of Nigerians. The Osun State government account was frozen to save public funds from being looted.
No, look up. That's it. I think the statement she wants you to read is up above that one.
Okay.
See, it is equally needful to
state that the commission. It is equally needful to state that the commission is keeping watch over the finances of other states like Osun.
I like the word like Osun.
Many of these states are on the investigative radar of the commission to ensure accountability and probity. The commission has always pointed out that it is non-partisan and non-sectarian, but always working in that. Well, this is at best laughable and contradictory in itself.
So you want accountability. I particularly jotted this one. You want accountability for that 4.1 trillion naira in unremitted revenue funds that should have been in the federal account somewhere last year. It's also a question of accountability. And then
so what is the position
about that of NNPC?
Ekiti State finished election. What is the position of EFCC there?
How about that of NNPC? That is
know.
ever.
No, let's go
recurring.
to state levels now.
Mm.
Ekiti State
Mm.
and others, Southwest State.
Mm. You remember what happened now, Abi?
Where is the financial report? Where is the financial report from EFCC?
They did not freeze that account.
Did they even monitor it?
So-
Did you hear any statement from
so I
EFCC in respect to Ekiti State?
I think.
Why Osun State? I'm asking the FCC.
And why ecological funds vis-a-vis salary account of workers? Why?
EFCC,
Why?
please. Nigeria
Why?
wants to know. We want to know. We're just asking simple questions. What of Ekiti State? We didn't hear anything. Nobody was arrested. Allegedly, nobody, no frozen account.
Which party rules in Ekiti State?
APC won.
I don't know.
Slide.
Hmm?
I
Said
think
APC won. APC won.
They say states like Osun. It's Ekiti like Osun.
Ekiti is being governed by an APC governor.
No, it's unlike Osun now.
So it's more like if you're in APC,
According to their
allegedly,
statement, they
your
say
sins
they
are
are keeping
forgiven.
watch. According to their very statement, press statement, they said we are keeping watch over state like Osun. We are keeping watch over all
financial
states.
transactions of
Over
state.
states. They did not say that. They say states like Osun, i.e.,
You read it
states
out now.
that are run by opposition party.
You read it out.
You
now.
understand? They said like. They didn't say across states. Then one, states like that are run by opposition party and states that are having election before the general election.
Just off-season and off-cycle elections.
Off-season and off-cycle election. This is just the simple definition of states like Osun. They should have been careful to say we are keeping watch over states. Simple.
Over financial, tracking
Yes.
financial
so
movements.
it's becoming clearer.
It's clear.
Oh,
So it's
goodness.
politically motivated. Simple. There's no way you can reinterpret this.
All is
And we are
fine.
not the one that constructed that statement.
All is fine.
Even if they delete it, please screenshot that one and keep. I'm telling you, states like Osun.
Mr. Ibrahim and Madam Mickey, all is fine in politics. I think we are beginning to see a resemblance,
It's part of the all
Of that
we are witnessing
statement.
now. It's part of the
if
all.
I'm not mistaken. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you, Madam Mickey. We'll be going on a short break. And when we return, stay with us. We still have more topics, and of course, more issues to talk about on the morning show. We'll be right back after this time. Welcome back to P&B Television. Of course, this is the morning show. And I still have with me in the studio to look at another very interesting situation in Nigeria. And this time around is a statement credited to the former governor of Cross River State, Jonah Duke, stating that the Calabar Coastal Way, Calabar-Lagos Coastal Highway is another misplaced priority by the federal government, citing that it is one project too many that will never cross Ekpe, and that Nigeria has no money to fund that project. stay with me in the studio to look at what Donald Duke said. I wanted to say Donald Trump. So Donald Duke said is
I was waiting for you to make that mistake.
probably they are cousins. I still have Mr. Brian. I'm gonna make a good morning.
Morning again.
Duke, Trump, Donald Duke.
The Donalds.
The Donalds.
You know.
The Donald is out of concert.
Yes. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Misplaced priority. Is it correct? And I do not exceed Ekpe. Ekpe is still within the axis of Lagos.
How is she sure that I would not exceed Ekpe? Anyway, he gave his reason. The reason being, one, that there's no fund available according to him, and two is that because of the swampy nature of Calabar to Bayelsa area, that is very swampy. He gave an example that you need to build, the federal government needs to build at least between 150 to 200 bridges. And
which is capital intensive.
Of course, we know the cost of constructing one single bridge in this country.
It's about $500 million upwards.
Exactly. So if they actually wanted to construct that road, then they have to take the trouble of building those 150 or 200 bridges. I do not know the nature of that area especially, but for him to say that there's no fund, I disagree with him actually, because if you can remember very well, sometime in 2025, $747 million syndicated loan have been taken for this, essentially for this Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway by the Tinubu administration. I don't know if you translate that into Naira, I don't know how much it is, but I believe it is a very huge sum of money, 747. So I think it's not an issue of not having the money, but I agree with him that it's a misplaced priority. It's not what Nigerians needed right now at this material point in time.
Okay.
There are so many questions that is bedeviling Nigerians right now that needed prompt action from the federal government. Not roads. After all, according to Donald Duke, there's still a road that is being flight between Lagos and Calabar. Why don't we maintain this road at 1/10 of this money that has been taken as loan to build a fresh new road? And will it see the light of the day actually? We know how Nigerians behave. How many years have they been building this Kano, Kaduna, Abuja, Kano, Kaduna road? Have they completed it? It's almost getting to 6-7 years now. How many administrations have come to pass? Do you understand? And then in one document I even read that all these there's another money taken, a proposed syndicated loan in 2026, about 516 million naira for the Sokoto Badagry super highway, which is actually part of government's broader external borrowing plan. They keep taking monies for this project. Do they actually intend to carry out those projects? If they really wanted to take to construct this road for the Lagos Badagry, why isn't it that nothing has been done up to this material point in time, up to this very moment? Nothing has been done about it. It's a very huge road, so you must start by now, as soon as the monies are made available. So I agree with him that rather than spending this money, even if you really intend to spend it on roads, which I actually doubt, why can't you renovate that existing road that's flying between Lagos to Calabar, and then divert the money to some more useful project that can directly impact Nigerian citizens? After all, there was money in the Almajiri system. You say, no, that money will not be used for now. Let's divert it to something that is needed now. Then you divert it to roads. You remember that one very well, don't you? So I agree with Donald Trump that he said, now you cause this. I agree with Donald.
Just agree with Donald.
I agree with Donald that it's a misplaced priority. And for me, it's not even a misplaced priority. It's deliberate and it's intentional. And I don't actually think that this road is actually going to be constructed within the lifespan of this administration. So the question is now, if it is not being used for the construction of the road, what will now happen to this 747 million syndicated loan taken in 2025 for the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway?
All right, Madam Mickey, you've heard from Mr. Brahim, stating so many reasons, of course, aligning himself with Donald Duke, saying that it's one of those misplaced priorities that we've seen in time past and we're still seeing it again. But there are those who will come out and say, no, project is a project. What matters are Nigerian, and the Minister of Works is trying to facelift the country by interlinking countries with international standard roads. It will interest you to know that road, I think, was made out of cement. And there are those who say, I think that was what led to the rise of cement, because of cement. Because now we have concrete roads. If you are heading to Suleja, you get to see another one. And, so many roads like that.
Even right in the center of Kaduna.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm impressed to see PRP, because these are one of the parties we've had in time past and almost more or less went out of the radar.
I think it's
with
the
some
only
other
political
parties.
party in existence now in Nigeria.
All right.
Yes.
And here we have, should I say, a modern person coming forward to be presented as a presidential candidate who himself was a two-time governor of Cross River State, of which Calabar is the capital. Now, what he said is that the government's expenditure should reflect the country's current economic realities. These are what he's quibbling about, and that some outgoing projects do not represent prudent use of scarce resources. So yes, he's saying that resources are scarce forever and ever for mankind. Resources will always be scarce, but it's a proper allocation, which he says he's doubting. Now, one of his points, which I think I would find valid, is the fact that there is an existing road. There's a road that will take, if you get into your car at Calabar, the road will now take you out at Lagos, but that the road is in terrible condition. This so-called Calabar Itu road is in terrible condition. That's an axis of it. So he is saying, why not repair what is already there than creating this coastal road? That is his point. Then he's saying for it to actually be completed as a coastal route, then they're going to have to pass through, like he said, very swampy areas of Bayelsa. Now, if it's going to take you 1 billion naira to construct 1 kilometer of road in a normal setting, will take you 1 billion. It's going to cost you 50 times that amount to go make that road on a swampy area. No amount of concrete you're going to pour. It's already a swamp, a mangrove swamp, very, very, what they call wetlands. So for you to construct a road there is not, as they say, it's not moi moi. So he is saying, rather than do it that way, let's go for that. And for me, as a Nigerian, I would think, why don't we go the way the world is going anyway? And that is mass transit now is by rail. Mass transit is rail. Building roads and maintaining roads is a whole lot of money. Mass transit is rail. Why have we abandoned these rail projects? We'll take them up to this level, and then after some time, we abandon it. That is something that can bring about mass movement and without clogging. Because sometimes you have, the trailer will block. This one is just as you leave, you must get to your destination, barring all unforeseen circumstances. So I like he was saying, and then he now said he wouldn't go beyond Ekpe. Well, what he's trying to say is that in the tenure of this administration, it is a practical impossibility to complete the road.
Now, if he doesn't go beyond Ekpe, has it achieved him? No. So why embark in such business? And then these are the
realistically, this is even undoable. Honestly speaking, it's undoable. It's very sad that we went to take this huge sum of money in the name of this particular project. But this is not the first time government is doing this thing. They will say they are going to take loan for purpose A, and when the money comes, you'll even forget the name of that particular project for which they went to borrow the money. Yes, that's why I asked that question. If that road project did not take place, what will happen to this $747 million borrowed? It will be there for posterity to be paying it for your for my grandchildren and great grandchildren. Do you understand? That is why I am not a supporter of going abroad and taking loan all the time. After all, they say that our internally generated revenue is quadrupling. Do you understand? Even if we want to take loan, why can't we take loan? What do you call it? It is domestic borrowing. There's something they call domestic, is right? Why can't we restrict ourselves to domestic borrowing, whose conditionalities are even less excruciating and painful?
Well, it's not as if that the Lagos-Calabar Highway project has not taken off at all. The project has started. In fact, the Lagos axis of it is now being enjoyed. I heard it's a smooth ride now on the coastal road, which is like a bit of cutting off the so-called and very notorious Lagos traffic jams. But like you said, beyond there, for you to be able to, like I said, it's a practical impossibility for this road to be completed in the lifetime of the administration. So I would have thought
barely 1 year now, and if it so happens, they even pass up to maybe
2027. That will give 5 years.
Exactly, 5 years.
For a project of this magnitude
may not finish at that time, because it's not the only project the government will be
embarking
time
on.
and money.
And now we are already at the stage of borrowing for it. So it's not as if the capital is on ground for it.
No, the money has been borrowed.
That's what I'm saying now.
Exactly.
So we're on borrow stage for it. It's not like capital is on ground.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to make a thank you. And of course, Mr. Brian, thank you very much. We'll be going on a short break. And of course, when we return, we'll go straight to the last segment of the morning show. This is Politics and Business Television. Stay with us. Right back after this time.
So I'm Baroness Verma. I'm a member of the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, a former Minister for Energy and Climate Change, and a former Minister for Development. To all the listeners of PMB Television, it is wonderful to be able to reach out to you, to all of you viewers. Please listen and learn and take away lessons that will enhance your country, but wider the globe.
Imagine say television, movies, news and entertainment dey your pocket just like that. Welcome to Free TV app. Now the #1 digital TV app for Nigeria. Free TV app get over 100 live TV channels, breaking news, sports, Nollywood movies, small pikin shows and plenty more inside one app. No decoder wahala, no plenty setup. Just download, open, begin the watch. To get the app, just search Free TV for Google Play Store or Free TV.English for Apple App Store, or scan the QR code for your screen. Registration will take you seconds. You fit use phone number, email, WhatsApp, Google or Apple ID. OTP even dey, so make your account stay safe. For inside the app, the live TV section get over 100 licensed channels with program guide, pause, rewind and catch up. Free TV no be ordinary app. Na digital revolution. Download Free TV today.
All right, welcome to P&B Morning Show. This is the last segment of the morning show. And of course, it's what's trending. To take us through what's trending this morning is no other person than Josephine.
Good morning, Mr. Ibrahim, Mamiki, Mr.
Morning.
Good morning. I don't know why you like stressing my name. It is Furry, F-A-R-I, just Furry.
Ferry is not.
No.
That's Ferrari.
Just Furry Josephine. Stressless name. It doesn't come with stress. So
That's the
you
way I
don't
can
need to
pronounce
stress.
it. You have to teach me better.
I will think of the way to tackle it. Yes, you like stress too. Like, this Nigerian situation is fitting you. It's not telling on you.
I cannot come and kill myself for anybody.
No, of course, nobody should come and kill himself. Good morning, viewers. All right, this is what is trending. And there have been this video, this circulation that our president, there's no proper documentation about his the schools he attended and all and all.
I tell that to Mr. Ibrahim.
I don't know why should I.
Madam Nikki.
Madam Nikki.
Why should I
Mention my name.
I know I mentioned.
We should leave him alone.
Of course, leave him alone. Where were you when it came through and became a senator?
Madam, continue, Jerry. Let's
That is a big question too. Let's have the big question. Your points are valid.
Not
I don't know what your
required by law
points
to
are.
bring out primary
Primary and
school
secondary school. It
certificates.
was not required by law to bring that. At least he brought his university degree. So that's what
it's
matters.
not. It doesn't count.
How did he get there?
It doesn't.
How did he get there?
How he get there doesn't matter. He produced it. Doesn't matter.
Okay, that's what matters.
You are not smarter than all the sons.
The conversation is already starting even before our viewers get to the video.
How can you compare? How can you say that? Have we not seen SANS coming to tell us who have conflicting judgments? Have we not seen alleged conflicting judgment from SANS?
He has
That you are doesn't mean you are credible enough and you have the temerity and character to discharge.
Consistently won his case. He became a senator. He became a two-term Lagos.
We are not arguing that.
And then now,
Give it to us. Let's see.
You can interpret the law better than all those judges.
let's have the
That
video,
clear
please.
thing
We'll
of this-
continue
of
this
course.
conversation.
The priest of loan.
Cruz. Jesus, Cruz.
So I'm Baroness Verma. I'm a member of the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, a former Minister for Energy and Climate Change, and a former Minister for Development. To all the listeners of PMB Television, it is wonderful to be able to reach out to you, to all of you viewers. Please listen and learn and take away lessons that will enhance your country, but wider the globe.
Everything Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented, which granted him the opportunity to run and win the election as a governor, was forged, was faked. And I have a decision here that Festus Keyamo, his presidential spokesman, filed in court in 2002, part 799, Nigeria Weekly Law Report, right, at pages 605, when he was challenging the certificates of the person he's marketing at the moment. So this is not being personal. It's a law report. This is the Supreme Court decision, right? In the case I have cited, and people can check that. I will just read a line. They said the appellant alleged, among others, that as a legal practitioner, he has been confronted by some of his clients who wanted to understand certain things they considered important relating to their contesting the governorship in Lagos State. He further, that's Festus Keyamo, he further alleged certificate forgery against the governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that the letter was not qualified for the office of government. The certificate that he was challenging forgery is that everything Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented, which granted him the opportunity to run and win the election as a governor, was forged, was faked, and this is not a mere slip of tongue. He went to court, not representing a client. He was the appellant in this case. Festus Keyamo versus Lagos State House of Assembly.
All right. Oh no, Mr. Ibrahim, I don't like your look. He gave me the look. He's still giving me the look.
I like to.
It's not my fault.
The guy alone.
Mr. Ibrahim, please let's off the mic on that. Left the guy alone.
No,
Now,
but
this
no
is-
matter what is wrong is wrong. I know, Mr. Ibrahim, your points are valid. He was a governor, two-time governor, a senator, and now a president. It doesn't justify the fact that there is
Abuja is
Supreme
state.
Court as wrong. Honestly speaking,
Is Abuja a state?
as a Nigerian
Is
prescribed the
Abuja
ruling
federal
of
capital?
the
Is it a
Supreme
state?
Court as wrong.
what is wrong
The
is wrong.
Supreme
We
Court
cannot
cleared
justify.
this judgment. Eh?
Okay.
So you have you as a Nigerian-
What was the content of the clearance?
If you are implying that, then there's, in the first place, the court plays no important role in our life.
Ma'am, Mickey, please.
Yes, exactly.
No, Mommy, I don't like you this morning, so please.
Exactly. In the Supreme Court,
My mouth
now declare
Thank you.
as we as Nigeria will come and say no, it's not right. Then
The requirement of
the
the Constitution is that anybody vying for the position of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should have at least a school certificate minimum qualification. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has submitted
higher.
a degree certificate.
Simple English.
So that's
Okay, can I say something?
He has fulfilled the constitutional requirements.
So please, Mr.
Quod
Ike, make your
erat
point.
demonstratum.
Let me explain.
Okay, what era demonstrator?
I will not write this, but
I like the fact that
I don't want you to.
I like the fact that you use the natural license what era.
I will not use it.
I used it and I stopped there.
Okay, and you rest is out of it too.
Yes.
Let's go there.
Now, we are not going there.
Obviously, let the lying dog sleep. That is it. All right.
I've been asked, I have to respect the job. It's an excellent man.
Make your point. Please make
Thank you very much. Okay, I've been permitted, at least I have the floor. And I need the protection.
You do. You are protected. You are protected.
Intimidate me here. Well, let me say this. That in as much as we know the fact that there are different stages before you arrive at the tertiary institution. I, for one, when I was in university, I gained admission to university. I was asked to bring my documents. And I brought those documents that qualifies me. Just today, we saw that 38.5% failed maths and English, failed 5 key subjects in WAEC. In other words, that's a journey to the institute, to the final bus stop, which is the university. Now, how did you get to that journey? If you look at the table where INEC, displayed data, and secondary, primary is vacant. You cannot. I don't know how you can make a pot of on-house soup without cocoyam. I don't know. I don't know how you're going to do that.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to arrive. When you travel and you arrive in Lagos, one of the questions that you'll be asked is, how did you get either by flight or by road? You cannot tell them you disappeared.
No.
Is that acceptable? So in this case, we've seen secondary school results and primary school results disappear. And we're trying to find out where are those results, because even while we gain employment here, you were also asked to bring the results.
But the thing is,
I'm only after to talk also. We must exist. You must exhaust all these time.
Time has always not been
talk. I don't want
in a minute. In a minute.
You see, the elections are being run through either the Constitution and the Electoral Act.
Yes.
Do you understand? The Constitution is clear. It's simple. Do you understand? The minimum, the simplest you can bring for you to contest for any elective office in this country is secondary school certificate. In other words, if I'm the richest Nigerian and I want to become governor of my state, but I did not go through secondary school, but I went through primary school, and I have population, people love me as a person, I have the money, I cannot contest because I couldn't provide the minimum.
Secondary schools.
That is the minimum. Do you understand? The Constitution does not say if you bring the secondary school certificate, you also have to defend to me how you got the secondary school certificate. You always stop at saying, just bring secondary school certificate.
There is no maximum and minimum. So that's the minimum. So there is no maximum and minimum.
But I think
the Constitution was not fitting and blind.
Thank you very much. I'm telling you. Who are you to say? Son, SAM, with due respect, also contested this. You can see.
And you are the first person that I'm hearing that the call for the review of this particular section of the Constitution.
Nobody should
because you don't want somebody to contest.
I don't think it's be just that.
Contested that matter.
Let the guy
also contested that matter. Arrest my case.
First, Kiyamo came out and said very important personalities are not going to primary school.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
The person that took the case to court again, ready?
All right.
I think one of the ministers.
Somebody froze the account of an state and you are shouting. Please, can we go to sorry, I can't.
All right, please, to the next video. I don't know, but it's still about that.
Somebody disrespected American. I say apologize. I was angry. Please go to the next video.
There are two different
All
things.
right. It's a good thing that we're at least laughing this morning. So the next video, I don't know, our Nigerians, we are so creative that our creativity can be so annoying at times. Let's have the second video. You see, I think they were what's this one? Is it ordaining? No, coronating. Thank you. I was going to use the word ordain.
It's like a clergyman.
They were coronating him. It's obviously a video of coronation. But this person picked the video and did a voiceover. And oh Lord, you will not hear it from my house. Please, let's have the video.
The priest of loan. The loan of loans. Loaner list, Loyi, King Loaner, first loaner, second loaner, third loaner, and the fourth loaner. Trying to come back for the fifth loaning seat. You want to loan us, Abi? You want to loan us out of this country? Bola Loan Nigeria Limited. President Tinubu Loan Nigeria Limited, Loan Master, Loaner List, Leo, Lonado Tinubu, Lonado Ahmed, Oluwa Loan Tinubu, Loan Caution, Loan Corruption, Loan Fastruction, Loan Coastal Road, Loan Solar, this man, Loan Subsidy, Loani, Oloni of Oniland, Loan Nigeria Limited, Chief of Loan Staff, they loan. You have loaned this generation, you have loaned the second generation, you have loaned the third generation, you have loaned the fourth generation. Before we can be free from your debt, is the sixth generation.
God have mercy upon us.
When I'm no more. What are you using the money you are loaning? What are you using it for? The money you are borrowing, Babai. What are you using it for? President Bola Ahmed loan. What are you loaning? Felony.
But I say a loan.
Loan solar. I laughed. My back hurts. My back hurts.
Nikki is not laughing. I'm trying to control myself.
I'm tearing already.
I don't know what is not making you know.
What has not got to loaner? Is that a loan?
Solar, chief of solar loaner. Loan of Ife. Nigeria, our creativity is crazy. How we sat down to come up to cook this up. I don't.
Let's say no Coastal Road. Thank you very much. I think we need to go to this. So let's leave this.
Let's go to the. Sorry. Oh Lord.
You're causing problem this morning.
I'm tearing already. Please, this video really got me. I laughed so hard last night that I finished watching the video. In my sleep, I was seeing myself laughing. This video got me, really, but it's a beautiful thing.
You just put picture and take away your picture. It's just
allow me to laugh.
No, it's a reality show.
It's a reality.
Let her laugh because it's sad, even though we're trying to laugh at her.
Only somebody chief of loan to start.
Alone.
Anything that has to do with loan inside, that's the name of the person.
That guy, I think as a matter of seriousness, we need to see that guy.
We need to know who is that guy. Because Lonnie.
He might have been lunging now.
My Mickey is not laughing. I don't know.
So the name was all about loan. I'm calling him the word of loan. King highest loaner in history.
They just made me to try anything going. Very. I told you I wish I did. You know what?
I laughed too. Sorry.
For me, as made him king of the loan. My own is that he should what? Leave him alone.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, you guys will leave this.
Leave him alone.
You should leave our.
I call him king of loan.
You don't leave him in the loan. There is still loan in what you're saying. So
there is no country that doesn't take law.
No, Nigeria zone. Let's just go on. Let's go. Nigeria zone.
That's why I say you are owing. Your grandchildren is also owing, Mr. Brian.
And that's why you make me angry.
Let's go to the next video. All right, there's been this new concerns. Guys, can we please go? Sorry.
Take us to the next rollout, please.
So there's this video, this concerns in Lagos right now of the increase of the rapid increase of Agbero and their activities. Now, during Pella's wedding, we all know Pella and Jarvis, they got wedded, they got married traditionally last week during the weekend, and we saw this Agbero. It was at some point I even thought the car would run him over. They climbed on the car. The man was driving. He held onto the bonnet, and he rolled over, and you know, it's a lot. And we kept seeing videos like this coming. The increase, the height of Agberos in Lagos. I just think the Lagos State government, yes, they need to do something about it. Please, let's have the video.
Cruise. Jesus, cruise.
Nobody do us okay and last song we never go. Abati, see your boy. Abati, bro. You don't stop now be this. Why they drag this thing?
Anyways, look, see, they are hitting my car. They want to break my glass. They want to break my glass. What kind of problem is all this?
Hi, that's sad. I think the government needs to do something about it. The fact that you cannot drive around.
You can see the side effect of the loan. The loaners alone.
Mr. C.
Loan of
Mr. C.
You can see the side effect.
For me,
not for you. This is the effect.
For me, honestly, but when you see youth behaving like this, something is wrong somewhere. Government is not living on to its responsibility. I always say,
I'm happy you are agreeing.
Create the enabling environment for those youth. They have a lot of talent. We just saw a group of kids that were called the other day. They were asked to be singing. For you to be able
and
to
they were singing to
come up with
the
song. Exactly.
To the
All
right
of a sudden, it is not planned. They did not practice. The inspiration just came. So many of these boys have one talent or the other. You deliberately make the environment very, very unconducive for them. So government should at least create the enabling environment for these people to find something to do.
Well, on my own side, I'll say firstly,
provide what do you call it? Not loans.
Grants.
Don't go to loan again.
In fact, see,
if there is something like chief of loan staff, at least there's
something of chief of grant staff.
Exactly. I'm happy is mentioned chief of loan staff and I'm not.
On my own part, I would say you have to you help people that are willing to be helped, that want to be helped. You see the Agberos in Lagos, I think they need rehabilitation. All of them. It's a mind thing. It's not even give them money.
There was this actor to Ira Star's younger sister.
There's this actor. What's her name now? Bimbo Ademore. Yes. On a set, she was shooting a movie. They came on to her. They said she will not shoot that movie until she do something for the boys. They got that. They were willing to destroy everything. Even when she gave them the money, she said in the video she said she gave them the money the first day they started production. She gave them the money the second day, and they were done with that location. But they went and realized they needed to shoot something on that location. They came back, and the boys were still saying she had to give them money. They were feeling entitled. So one of our actors called one of the boys that is the leader, and they listened to that leader. If he said no, they will just. If he said whether you are who, they will attack. So he called the boy and was engaging the boy, and he said he wants to help the young man. The man, they asked him what is he doing. He said he's an Agbero. That is what he's doing. He said, in fact, even if they give him job, he will not leave the street. He will not leave the street because it's money day street. Oh, people like this, you cannot help them. They all need that money day street. Oh, and in this case of Agberos in Lagos is becoming scary. If you don't know your way around Lagos, oh God bless you. The government
thank you very much.
Before you thank me, I'll put in my mouth.
Yes, please.
Because as far as I'm concerned, it still boils down to the lack of responsiveness to the cries of Nigerians over the way the country is being run. First of all, lack of values, which they themselves, you remove history from the curriculum for people to learn how people are becoming great. Then you now made it such that we worship and idolize, give chieftaincy titles to all these corrupt politicians, and we're now to be calling them chief, your highness. The third one is the excruciating gap in inequalities, which has also been mentioned robustly even by the World Bank. So a situation whereby you feel at home to give somebody billions for winning an elective position, which is even temporary, talking about National Assembly. And then you do not bother about how the other person in Abuja, who temporarily maybe is jobless, or let's say in Lagos is jobless. You are not bothered that he lives under the bridge. You are very happy to give out a bulletproof jeep. Why don't you, since you've already seen that there are millions who are living beneath the poverty line, then at least the official car could have been something like, what do they call it? That pure water Camry. You went and gave bulletproof jeep. So he's saying, okay, I'm not gonna hit that your jeep. Let me see how you pass here without dropping something for me. So this, to me, these are.
Do those to government elects, I don't have a problem, but not to ordinary citizens like this.
The reason is that we are not agreeing that they are ordinary citizens. We are having poor,
okay,
rich.
okay, Madam Nikki.
My own is
so they're calculating all of them as rich.
Take the state of the kids and provide enough environment for them to be productive.
Provide enough environment and not coastal highways. Provide take the kids out of the streets and not taking loaners and other loans and a loan and whatever loan it is on me. And that is what we see. We get to see when monies are not properly channeled. These are the ripple effects of bad governance, as Madam Mickey said. Responsiveness. You are not, when you're not responsible. The beautiful thing about life is that life is mathematical in nature. Whatever you put, you get to see. If you put good governance, you get to see good things. So the definition of what life is, it depends on who is handling it. Thank you very much for thrilling us this morning with some beautiful Lunat. I think the Lunat is one drug that was taking care of my malaria this morning. So thank you very much. And Mr. Ibrahim, thank you very much for standing firm on your position. Madam Nikki. Of course, the viewers, I can't thank you enough. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll be back here bright and early to bring you another edition of The Money Show. On behalf of the crew, I want to say thank you very much. Feel free to approach us and, of course, tune to Free to Air, channel 92, where you get to watch us as we present The Money Show. My name is Kenneth Chidi. Up next is P&B Sport Extra by Sunday Abel. Bye, and God bless you for now.